So I want to show you guys real quick one of the biggest needs we have right now in doing disaster relief, especially when we're doing putting tarps on roofs. I'm going to give an example of why these particular tools are so useful. So this here's a piece of plywood in the back of my truck, but it's really an illustration to show you if I was up on a roof and the shingles were ripped off and it was down to the plywood. A lot of times what happens is when you do it by hand, it's really hard because you gotta put these button caps on by hand. So you gotta hold the tarp, you gotta try to line the tarp up, as accurately as possible. Then you gotta hold the button cap, then you gotta nail it down. So doing it by hand, you can do, but as you can imagine, think about being up on a roof, it's a whole lot harder when you're at a steep roof, to hold it, to nail, to keep your balance at the same time and keep on moving, and then have a tool belt on top of you with button caps in it. Like I said, the whole time you're working, you're trying to keep it straight because you want to keep the tarp nice and tight so that rain doesn't get in it. So at the same time, it's kind of hard doing all of that with the hammer and a bunch of button caps. So now I'm going to show you just how different it is using a button cap gun. With the guns, you load the staples and the button cap separate. But watch this, I can literally do it with one hand. Gives me the other hand free. I line the tarp up with one hand and I just hit it with the gun. I can stretch it out and go really fast. If I had one other guy, you literally can just have that other guy pulling. I can line it up. Think about if you were 40, 50, 60 feet up on a roof, how much easier this would be to grab with one hand and hit it and line it up. And so again, the point of this is just to say, this is probably the biggest need right now when we tarp roofs. It saves, it cuts it to a third of the time, but also saves a lot of wear and tear on your body, which means we can do more, we can serve more houses. So you guys can see now why this gun is so important and so helpful. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna list the gun, the air hose, and the compressor. I'm gonna list the price and where you can get them from. If you're able to purchase these items directly, that would be a huge help. Or if you want to donate and just list in there disaster relief, we'll be sure to use those specific funds to purchase these items. So, right now for us, yes, we're 2.5 weeks past Hurricane Sally. We're not really putting as many tarps up right now in Baldwin County. But if you're watching the news, there's 2 more storms out there. Preferably, not only do they not hit us, but they don't hit anybody. But there's a very good chance because hurricane season is not over. So that's why I'm asking for this equipment. I think that we'll be doing more disaster relief along the Gulf Coast here for the next few weeks. And so this would be a big, big help. So thank you guys. God bless y'all. We appreciate you.